Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm doing a tutorial using the new Colourpop Sephora collection. This is their first collection that they're gonna be having in Sephora. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be so much more to come, but this is pretty damn exciting because Sephora doesn't really have really good brands that are affordable. It's more high-end brands. Obviously at Ulta, that's where they have a little bit more of affordable brands. So it's pretty cool that they're finally doing some affordable stuff there. So in today's video, what I wanted to do was take this Golden State of Mind palette and do a tutorial using it because I did do a separate video, which if you guys are interested in seeing the whole entire collection swatched and seeing how they look and stuff like that, then I'll go ahead and leave a link down in my description box to take you to the video where I swatched all the products. In today's video, I only use the Legit AF Highlighting Super Shock Trio, and I use the Golden State of Mind palette and then the You're a Gem lip gloss. So you guys will see that obviously in the video. I thought it was necessary to do a tutorial separate from the swatches because I'm like, you know what, if I do them together, it's literally gonna be a 45-minute video, and I know that's just way too long, so I thought it was easier to just go ahead and separate the two and do a tutorial and then do a review slash swatches on another. So if you guys want to see the review slash swatches, go ahead and click that link in my little description box or right up here, wherever it is, I don't know, so that way you guys can see that. But in today's video, this is just going to be a tutorial using the items that I just showed you guys because I wanted to see how it works on the eye, and honestly you guys, swatches are deceiving. You have to try it on the eye in order to tell how they're really going to work. So I did have a little bit of problems with this palette, which you guys will see in the video, so that's why I'm like, you know what, it's very necessary to do a tutorial using it, obviously. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing how this actually works on my skin and seeing how these Super Shock highlighters work on my skin as well as the gloss and stuff like that, then go ahead and keep on watching, of course. But as always, make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up and make sure you guys subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. And if you guys are interested in seeing the full swatches of the whole entire collection and seeing my whole thoughts on them, then go ahead and click the link in my description box to take you over to that video. And yeah, go ahead and keep on watching if you guys want to see how this works for me. All right guys, so getting this started, I'm gonna be taking the Golden State of Mind by Colourpop palette. This is gonna be the first palette from Colourpop in Sephora. Now I will say though, right off the bat, it is gonna be pretty hard to create a full look using this palette because there are 15 shimmers in there, and what really threw me off was like, in the whole entire collection, there's not one single matte Colourpop shadow. So I don't really get that, and I don't know why they're doing nothing but shimmers, but we're gonna make do and just try to do the best that I can. So I am gonna be taking the Violet Voss Matte About You palette. This one is all matte shades right here, and Violet Voss is actually going to be carried in Sephora now too, so I thought it would be pretty cool to incorporate this, and since this is all matte and this is all shimmers, I was like, hey, might as well just do it that way. So I am so stupid right now. I meant to do my highlight on camera to show you guys the highlight, however, I'm dumb and I wasn't recording when I had started doing the video, so I already have some of the highlight on now. I am wearing the shade Wisp. I will tell you guys, in this trio right here, this is $24 for 3 highlights, which is a pretty good deal. However, this shade even, I feel like, is a little light. I feel like it looks good on me, don't get me wrong, but if you're darker than me, then it is going to be pretty light for you, the whole stack. So I do think that they should have came out with different color highlights so that way it can cater to more skin tones, but these are really pretty, and for 24 bucks for 3, that's a pretty good deal, and you get this cute little case with it as well. So I will just tell you guys though, in my personal opinion, I don't really care for the Super Shock highlights. I love the Super Shock shadows, those are absolutely amazing, but the Super Shock highlights, I don't know, I just feel like you have to dig your brush in there or you have to use your finger, and I don't like using my finger because then I mess with the placement of my foundation and the way it's laying and sitting and all that stuff, so I don't really care for it. But yeah, I did put this one on right now, and I did put it on kind of sheer only because I used the brush. I don't like using my finger. When you use your finger, you get more pigment. So another thing I wanted to show you guys too is, because I'm so dumb and wasn't recording, is this setting spray. I've actually, as you guys can tell, have been using this like every day since I got it, and you guys, oh, sorry, I just had to stop and spray myself. It smells so damn good. It's like peach and mango. This has been like one of my favorite things from the collection, and this I have been wearing every single day, which is their lip balm in the little amber trio. So this amber trio right here costs $20 for a setting spray, liquid highlighter, and the lip balm. And this lip balm, you guys, oh my gosh, it just adds like the perfect amount of tint to the lip, and it tastes and smells so good, so I love that. So yeah, these are gonna be the products that I'm gonna be using today. You guys, I don't know if I mentioned, did I mention this at the beginning of the video? Oh my gosh, I really don't remember. I'm gonna be doing 2 separate videos because I wanted to do one actually physically using the product so I can tell you guys how they're working, but then I also did do another video where I did nothing but swatches showing the whole entire collection so that way you guys can see it all. So today we're just gonna be doing a little bit of a tutorial using it so that way I can tell you guys how it is. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and start off with this shade called Sweet Talk in the Violet Voss palette, which is just like a peachy nude shade. So let's go ahead and just buff this all up in the crease. This shade right here is actually a really pretty shade, but I will say it does have a shit ton of kickback, but it blends out really, really nice and buttery. If you guys don't mind the kickback, but there is definitely a lot of kickback up in this pan. But yeah, I just wanted to note that. All right, so now that I got that transition oh my God, every single time. All right, so now that I got that transition shade, oh my gosh, every time I try to say those two words together, I just fuck it up. So I have to say it so slow. Transition shade, there we go, because I'm so used to talking so fucking fast. Anyway, so now that I got that all blended on, I'm gonna be taking the shade Mesmerise, which is this warm orange right here. What the fuck am I even trying to say? Orangey brown, I am so, oh my gosh, I just need to stop talking. That's what I need to do. I'm gonna start doing voiceover videos so that way I can get it together. I'm just taking this right here to deepen up the crease. Okay, I wanna like try to do something natural, but I just already know that it's gonna come out dramatic as hell, but I'm gonna attempt to do something really natural, but we'll see. But I do wanna do something kind of smoky though at the same time, and smoky is not natural, so we'll just see how it goes. All right, then I'm gonna be taking my Morphe M507. So I'm kind of like doing one eye on camera, one eye off camera. So that way I speed things up a little bit. As you guys know, normally I always just do one eye and then I do the other one off camera, but I'm like, you know what? Let me just do two at a time. So now what I'm gonna do is be taking the shade Crush, which is this warm brown right here. Now, I know it kind of seems like I'm using obviously just all these shadows, but it is really hard to do a look with just straight shimmers. So I'm gonna try to use as many shimmers as I possibly can to create this look. But I'm gonna be taking this shade to deepen up my crease a little bit more, and then I'm gonna be making it a little bit smoky, and then I'm gonna do a halo eye on my eyelid, obviously, and hopefully use 3 of the shimmer colors. I know it's really hard, but you guys can see the full swatches in that little video that I have. You know what, I'll link it down below too, so that way you guys can see it there as well. But that way you guys can see the full swatches. Go ahead and check that out. But this is just a tutorial using the shit. All right, so I'm finally gonna be diving into the, what is this called again? I forgot the name already. Golden State of Mind palette. Now, you guys, I was actually really surprised with this palette because I had to swatch one shade right here on Snapchat. I was like, why do these look so extremely pigmented? And I was like really surprised with the swatch. So obviously we'll see how it is on the eye right now. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Uptight and what is the one next to it? Can't Stop. So I'm gonna be taking those two and I'm gonna create a little halo eye with it, and then obviously I'll pop one in my tear duct. So what I'm gonna do is go ahead and wet my brush because, as you guys know, I always like to do a little bit of a cut crease. However, I'm not gonna do like a cut crease today because I wanna like not do the same shit all the time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get, okay, so you know what? As I'm dipping my brush into here and the shade, was it Uptight? Uptight, yeah. As I'm dipping my brush in there, it doesn't look like a lot is getting off on the brush, but we'll see right now. So I'm just gonna take this in the outer corner of the eye. Let's see, because when I did the swatch, obviously I did it with my finger, so it did pick up a lot of product there, but it's not really picking up so much product on the brush right now. Yeah, so you know what? I'm not liking the way it's getting picked up on the brush, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my finger. Oh, fuck. That's a bad thing about my fat ass fingers, is that I take it up too high, so now it's all up in the crease. But yeah, applying these with the finger is like, they're really pigmented. I'm gonna try a different brush. I'm gonna go ahead and try the MAC 239 to see how they swatch with that on the eye. The first one that I used was the one that I normally do, the MAC 224, is it? No, not 224, MAC 242. So yeah, you know what? Even on this brush, it's just not picking up a lot of product with the brush. So let's see, I'm gonna place this in the front part of the eye. Yeah, so honestly with the brush, honestly, I'm not really caring for it, this shade anyways. It's just not picking up a lot of product and it's just pressing down into the pan. Yeah, so I'm gonna go back in with my finger again and do the front part of the eye. It's just really hard using fingers, you know, because especially when I got fat ass fingers, in order to get the product placed right where I want it, it's fucking hard. So, oh yeah, and I gotta shit ton of fallout right there. Jesus. Okay, so yeah, they're pigmented with the finger, but with the brush, I just wish they were as pigmented with the brush because I'm trying to get like a little bit of a defined crease. I was gonna take it up to the crease color, but it's not letting me do that because no product is getting picked up on the brush. So what I'm gonna do now is take the shade Can't Stop, which is this light one right here, that one, and I'm gonna pop that in the center of the eye. And then I'm gonna try to clean up the inner and outer corner, but I don't know, that kind of bothers me a little bit because I wanna be able to use my brush, obviously. Okay, so I just tried to pick some up on my MAC 239 as well, and it's the same thing. It's almost as if they get, if the pigment gets like chunky and like separates on there, so it doesn't really pick anything up. Hopefully my camera is focusing so you guys can see that. But when I try to pack it on, it just literally balls up into one spot and doesn't really blend out. Like I'm seeing chunks, literally chunks on my damn eyelid. So I don't know how I'm feeling about these two colors right now. They're kind of making a little bit of a mess, but I'm gonna just go ahead and try to clean it up as much as possible. Okay, so I wet my brush more. I guess I didn't wet it enough at first, but when I have my brush wet, I did this eye and literally it came out really fucking perfect. So I'm gonna go in with the bottom right corner, which is this one right here, which is called Lust in Time, because you know what? These two shades that I had on here were just a little bit too close and I wanted a gradation of color, so I have to have it a little bit darker. So this one's like a dark bronzy brown. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pack that on the outer corner as well as the inner corner so I could get that nice little halo eye that I wanted. Yeah, these shadows work much better with your brush wet. I was like, as soon as I sprayed more setting spray on my brush and put it on, I was like, oh shit, there we go. Now it's like working good, because with a dry brush, it just was not working out for me. It was just too chunky and like falling off. And I got a shit ton of fallout right here because of that. So if you guys do purchase this palette, make sure you guys wet your shadows and they'll work so much better. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and pop in a inner tear duct highlight. So I'm gonna be taking the shade Golden Egg, which is this one right here. And let's hope that this one doesn't get all chunky. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? This one picks up a lot of pigment on the brush. So let's go ahead and pop it right in there. Okay, so this look is like not turning out like to be the most natural look, but hey, it's a lot more natural than the other shit that I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and smoke out the lower lash line now. So I'm gonna go back in with my MAC 242 brush and I'm gonna be taking the shade called Tender from the Violet Voss palette. Now I try to utilize as much colors as I possibly can for the top of the eye. Obviously it's a little bit hard when you don't have you know, mattes inside the palette, but you know what I think though is that they should have had some mattes in the other palette at least, or like make one all matte and one all shimmer or something like that. All right, and then to smoke that out, I'm gonna be taking the shade called Mad Love, which is this one right here. And then we will be done with this eye look. Honestly, you guys, like I really like the way the shadows work with the wet brush. I was really surprised with that. But I know a lot of people like normally just put it on, you know, they don't always wet their brush right before, but this is definitely something that you're gonna have to wet your brush for. But as soon as I did, I feel like they're beautiful. The shimmer is there. They are really pigmented, but just have to use a wet brush. I guess that's the downfall. All right guys, so I got my eye look all complete. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some liner and lashes, and then I'll be back to complete the lip, and I'll let you guys know my final thoughts of using this palette. Obviously you guys can, like I said, I probably said like 5 times, you guys can always check back to the original video that I'll be linked down below, so that way you guys can see like the full swatches and my full opinion on the whole entire collection as a whole. But this is just mainly on the Golden Sunset, Golden State of Mind palette, and then obviously I'm gonna go ahead and try on a lip right now too when I come back. So I'll go ahead and do that and I'll be right back. All right guys, so I just went ahead and took a lipstick to line my lips because I'm just gonna be taking a gloss from the collection because the lip in here is too pink for this look. So let's see which one I am going to be taking. Now this lip trio is $18, which means they're still $6 a piece, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna be taking the nude one because why the fuck not? So that shade is called Charming, and this is a really pretty, like I would say like champagne color with like golden reflex to it, so it's really pretty. Let's see, I'm gonna go ahead and try to blend in some of the lipstick that I have so that way I get a nice little ombre lip. Alright guys, so I got the gloss all on. Once again, that's in the shade Charming. I actually really like it. I feel like the color is very similar to Malin by MAC, which is, Malin is a pigment. So it looks like that in a gloss. So this one's really fucking pretty. Now I know a lot of people think that they're really sticky. I personally don't think they're that sticky. They do have a little bit of a stick to it, but nothing like too major. But yeah, this color is really fucking pretty and I feel like it goes really good with the look. So overall, you guys, honestly, I do like the eyeshadow. However, only wet though. Dry, I just don't know what the hell happened with that. Now, once again, the 3 shades that I used are Uptight, Can't Stop, and Lust in Time. So those 3, I had to all use wet in order to get any type of like pigmentation and get it to really pop. But as soon as I used it wet, honestly, I really like them. I feel like when you use a shadow wet and it has a lot of shimmer, it takes away the shimmer, but this is still really fucking shimmery. So I feel like this is a really good palette. Just like I said, once again, use it wet. Dry just didn't really work out that much for me, but it's so funny because when I swatch it on my hand, it comes out completely fine, but I don't know what was happening on the eye. Overall, if you guys don't have a bunch of shimmery shades, this is a really pretty shimmery palette. And I'm so stupid and forgot to mention in the beginning of this video that it is $26, and that is for 15 eyeshadows. So that's really fucking good. So it's still cool to see that they're staying affordable inside Sephora. That's really awesome. The lip prices are the lip trio. Oh, okay, you want to jump up out of the box, bitch. The lip trio is $18, which is still $6 a piece, so I think that's really good. So yeah, like I said, I do like this. Just make sure you use it wet, and that completes this video, basically. So once again, I know I said it 18 times in this video. If you guys want to see swatches of this whole entire collection, go ahead and click the link down in my description to take you to my other YouTube video where I swatch this whole entire collection, so that way you guys get to know my full thoughts on it and everything like that after swatching them. Obviously, I wanted to do a tutorial with it to see how they apply on the eyes, and obviously you guys saw the little bit of trouble that I was having, so that's why I thought it's a really good idea to do a tutorial using the products. So yeah, with that said, I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up. I really appreciate that, and make sure you guys subscribe because that would really help my bitch ass out. So with that said, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out, bros.